Hello there. Star Paradigm again. I've just received a package from DHL sent to me by Johnny at Custom Darkwolf Sabers, or just Darkwolf Sabers if you're looking for their website. It's a rather heavy thing. In here, I have my Leia. Now, I decided to get something a little bit different than what most people probably have purchased. I was not really interested in buying another NeoPixel saber, so I went with the in-hilt LED version of this saber, and I've undone the tape, which doesn't mean that it'll be any easier getting in here. Let's see. Gravity, do your thing. These. We'll get there eventually. I think there's some residual. There we go. There we go. Or are we going? Yes, okay, good. Come on. You can let go. Okay. Okay, so let's start on this end with what everyone wants to see, no doubt. And that is the hilt. Alright. So there's my Leia hilt. Looks like it's a little bit dirty. But other than that, which can all be cleaned up, it is a very shiny thing. Yeah. So this is not a NeoPixel version. It doesn't have a Pro-V board. And I didn't go with an empty because I don't do installs and I didn't really feel like sending this out for install. So to be perfectly honest, I don't know what this has for a soundboard in it. Has one of the soundboards that Custom Darkwolf Sabers uses. I don't know how that differs from the regular LG Toys soundboard or the soundboards that Crimson Dawn uses. But since this does have a lithium-ion 18650 battery, he sent me a charger, which is nice. And I have a package here with, let's see. Get this tape off now. Has a card in there and a user guide, and you got a Allen key and extra blade retention screws. And if I'm not mistaken, not sure whose logo that is. That may be I don't think that's Custom Darkwolf Sabers logo, but it might be LG Toys logo. I don't know. What else is in here? I don't know what that is. A little bit of sticky. And a possibly a 32-inch blade. I'm not too sure. Let's get this unwrapped. See if this thing will turn on and see what the soundboard sounds like. Okay. Yeah. It might be a little bit too much of a process to even attempt to use this blade, but let's see if I can get enough of this stuff off of it. Alright, you know what? I'll give it one more go. I know this is everyone's favorite part of any unboxing video, is watching someone play around with a blade, but it looks like I managed to get all that stuff off of it, so hooray for me. Since I've become a saber collector, I have probably dealt with more shrink wrap, bubble wrap, tape, packaging material than I ever thought possible. All kinds of odd packaging. There. There we go. It's kind of got a Ziploc kind of thing going on with this little bag. Yeah, since I got to open, I might as well pull these cards out and see what's going on here. Alright. Delay the anticipation even further. Well, okay, looks like I gotta rip it to get it out. Was just about to give up. Alright. 1 year warranty on the electronics. Warning, if you try to use this as an actual lightsaber in a fight, you will lose. This locks down the features. It's kind of a really, really nice material. It's kind of a plastic. And the user guide. And that's enough of that. Okay, so let's pop the blade in. Let's see. Wow, the LED is really close to the end of the hilt. Makes me wonder. All right. Oh, I see. They don't have the blade retention screws in there. I have to insert those myself. So let's see if, or is there one? There isn't one. Okay. This can't possibly only go in that far. But you know what? I think it just might only go in that far. That is a little bit disconcerting. Alright, well, anyway. Wow, I'll have to look into that. Let's see if this will turn on. So I'm sure everyone recognizes that. Now, the one thing I have learned today, let's see. I'm not going to make you listen to the dark saber font.
I'm Cal Kestis.
We'll go with Cal Kestis. Oh, wait. I think they put a little bit of a... So something I learned today, which is gonna be a little bit challenging with this saber, I learned how to use the color changing from the Crack of Dawn soundboards. They actually have the switch illuminates, and I found out, I was watching someone's video, and it actually pulses at 1 second intervals, so you can just kind of watch the pulsing to help you with the timing to get into the color changing mode. Which without that I can't do, but with that I can do it whenever I want. This doesn't backlight light, and I thought that maybe this is kind of a covering that I could remove and see backlighting, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So it's it's going to be very difficult for me to get the timing of this without that assistance. But at the very least, I can show you what fonts this has. Probably just the requisite fonts.
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
Okay, the Ray font.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you're not a Jedi yet.
The as yet to be determined Vader and or possibly Luke font.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
And the Kylo Ren font.
You have something I want.
Back to Moff, whatever his name is, I can't remember right now.
I'm Cal Kestis.
And back to Cal Kestis. So, yeah. This thing is really dirty. Really dirty. It's got to be cleaned up. So we've got our vents here. Pommel. Let's see. What do we have for a speaker in here? The threading's a little bit odd. Speaker looks a little bit hammered. Take a look at that thing. Could be a little bit closer to the mouth here. Probably get much better sound if that were the case, but I don't know if they've got it like attached to a chassis. I have to assume that's probably the case. Oh, the threading on this isn't very good. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah. So there's the battery, there's the soundboard, and there's the speaker. I see the speaker's actually not so hammered. It's just sort of, it looks like it's held in there with electrical tape. Very interesting. Not quite as refined as Crimson Dawn's chassis. I'm a little bit concerned about this, but I suppose it's going to be sufficient. Battery coming a little bit loose. So is there a recharge port on here? No recharge port. So it looks like this is going to be a remove the battery to charge it type of situation. So what's going on down here? This is loose. You see, just all the wiring to the LED. Is it possible to get that tight? I guess so. I don't want that coming loose when I'm swinging this thing around, that's for sure. Yeah. Anyway, so, whoops, backwards. This threading is not very good. But at least it didn't bind up and it didn't cross thread. It's just a little bit. Maybe it could use a little bit of something to lubricate it a bit. But then again, you don't want it to be too loose because it'll come undone when you're trying to swing it around. Well, there you have it. That's my Leia. What is it called? The Hope Leia. There's so many different names for this hilt. So many people selling it. But I went with Custom Darkwolf Sabers because, well, quite frankly, and here's I unfortunately have to tell you a bit of a story, so please bear with me and don't dislike just because of this story. But initially, I tried to purchase this exact saber from DX Sabers. Now, I'm not here to dump on DX Sabers, but it was a little bit unusual because it said I purchased it from the Etsy store, and it said 2 to 3 days shipping time, which I knew was probably going to be wishful thinking. After ordering it, it took about 2 weeks before I received a notification. I had messaged him once kindly, inquiring about shipping time, and then I received a notification that it shipped, and that notification was sort of more of a attempt to placate me. It really didn't indicate that the saber didn't actually ship. He had just basically marked it as shipped because eventually it was going to be shipped, if that makes any sense. So there was a couple friendly inquiries, and then eventually he closed down his Etsy store so that it was so that he could catch up and fulfill orders. And then after a little while, I had noticed that his main store was still open, so that seemed a bit unusual. After a while, after about a couple months, I think I just basically had decided that enough was enough. I felt like I had been sort of patient enough, and I filed for a claim. And then at one point, I did receive a message from him via the Etsy store, indicating, that there have been events that have been going on, and the saber would ship in 2 weeks, and I would really enjoy it. So I should see it in about a month. That was about a day before the claim would have been finalized. But I just decided to let it ride. When you file a claim through PayPal, you're not really supposed to be speaking to the person that you filed the claim against. That all that should happen before you file the claim, or initially when you let PayPal know that there's an issue, they suggest that you work it out with the seller. I had attempted to do that, and in the end, the sale was canceled, and I received my money back. So that didn't really work out very well. And again, it's not totally a knock against DX Sabers. I'm just conveying what I experienced, and you can use that information and judge it accordingly. And then I went to Johnny at Custom Darkwolf Sabers, and I messaged him on Facebook. I didn't actually go to his website, and I just asked him if I could order one of these, and he fulfilled it. It shipped out within a week, and then a couple more weeks later I received it. I don't think it took more than 2 or 3 weeks for me to get this, and I've actually been working with him off and on for a few things, and I trust him, and he has a really good reputation. So if you want to order one of these, I can definitely recommend Custom Darkwolf Sabers. So that wraps up this unboxing, and I'm sorry that I rambled on as long as I did, but I felt compelled to tell my experiences with DX Sabers. It was kind of an experiment. I wanted to give them a chance. I gave them all the chances in the world, and it just didn't work out. But obviously, other people have different experiences, and I'm like I said, it's not a knock against DX Sabers. I just wanted to share my experience and leave it at that. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and thank you for being patient with me while I explained everything. And yeah, if you can subscribe, that would be brilliant. Like or dislike, whatever's appropriate. And comments, I invite them, so go for it. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. And hope you enjoyed this unboxing. And I'll see you in the next video. And I hope everyone's doing well. Take care and have a good evening. Bye, y'all.